Firstly, I just want to warmly welcome you on Filme Shilmy. You've been on a roll recently, so I think congratulations are in order for this sort of wonderful phase that you've been having. So
Thank you,
congratulations.
brother. Thank you, Anuj. It's just been a great time. I think all of us, all actors, work for this, for love that we can get for our work. So, in a time when I'm getting a lot of love, it is making me really happy. And yeah, it's just a great time for me.
Yeah, and kudos for your presentation of playing Mohinder Ramanatji in '83. So I think let's just start from there, actually,
Thank you.
Saqib. What
Hmm.
impact has the role and that opportunity had on your career and craft as an actor?
I think playing Mohinder Amarnath, and I said this before, Anuj, made me a better person. And I'll drop handles for you. Like I'll tell you who I am, and then I'll tell you who Mohinder Amarnath is, and then I'll tell you the whole process of what it took for me to become Mohinder Amarnath. So me and Jimmy sir, as he's fondly called, are poles apart. He's the most calmest human being that there is in the world, and I am all over the place. I want to be at 10 places at the same time, and here is a guy who's all about the process and all about living in the present and living in the moment. So for me to play Jimmy Amarnath, like I said, I had to become a better person. I had to bring discipline to my life. I had to start waking up early for starters. I'm like, okay, leave everything aside, leave the lines aside, leave how my body language should be in the film. Let's try and be him. Let's try and follow a regime that he would follow. Just start with basics. So whether it was working out in the morning, waking up, writing a journal, meditating, because like I said, I was all over the place. I'm this guy with I think some 10,000 gallons of energy in me, and I'm always jumping and bouncing from one place to the other. And here I had to be a guy who doesn't speak a lot, who conveys a lot from his eyes. So like I said, it was just trying to become easy with myself, become more calm in life. And it started from there. And I had the time of my life, brother. If I can tell you that I've had a time. Uh, like every Indian, I'm a massive cricket fanatic, and more so, I wanted to be a cricketer growing up. So this film for me, in a lot of ways, is a dream coming true because I couldn't become a cricketer. I couldn't play for India, and here was an opportunity to play Mohinder Amarnath in the '83 film, win the man of the match in the semi-finals and finals, and make India lift the World Cup trophy. So in some weird way, in my screenplay of my life, I have lived my dream. So this film is not a film for me. It's an emotion, it's a dream getting fulfilled. So like I everybody keeps asking me, oh, tell us about your experience, how 83 was, or what was it like. Uh, I can't express it in words. It's just a feeling that whenever I think back about 83, I just have slight bit of nostalgia, tears, and a smile on my face. It's one of those experiences in life that I'm going to take with my grave and be very happy about.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned cricket. I mean, I
Mhm.
was going to actually ask you this later, but since you've mentioned
Mhm.
this, you participate regularly on what the Celebrity Cricket League. Um,
I'm the best batsman in the tournament, sir.
well, great.
I have gotten the best batsman award in the tournament. I'm very proud of it.
Yes, no, well, you should be, and congratulations to you on that. So I guess, Saqib, how does sports keep you mentally healthy? In that sense where and especially if we relate it to your craft as an actor as well, do you think that sort of tehrav that you get emotionally and mentally helps you when it comes to work and pursuing the characters that you do?
I think sports has been an integral part of my life from the moment started my primary school. I've always been playing sports. And yes, I took on to cricket as a major sport while growing up, but there was everything. There was a bit of basketball, there was a bit of football, there was a bit of kho, there was a bit of handball, there was maram pitti, there was all kind of sports we played while growing up. And I feel like it is one of the most important things you can do in life, play sports. It tells you a lot. about life. It tells you about forming bonds in life. Like cricket is a team sport. How you get along with people in and around you teaches you a lot about man management. So I feel like sports plays an important part in anybody's life. It has played a big, massive part in my life in shaping who I am. I feel like my attitude towards life is what it is because I've been a sports person. I love challenges in life, and that's come to me because I've always been a sportsman. So I feel like what it does, it gives you the right attitude in life to face things head on. And yeah, I'm just blessed to be a sports person, and I've played sports all my life, and it's only helped me growing up, if I
Yes.
can say.
Yes, definitely. But since I mentioned craft, we'll speak a bit about your life journey in just a moment, actually. But you recently played a thief in Unpaused Naya Safar, and your character's progression is hindered massively due to lockdown. So,
Sure.
what influenced your decisions to play the role the way you did in the series, especially given the dark comedy tone to it?
I don't know, man. I'll be honest, Anuj. I'm in a phase in my life as an actor where I really want to explore myself. I'm done doing the banal stuff now. I don't want to dance around trees anymore. Uh, I want to push myself as a performer, as an actor, because I feel like we are all in a time where such exciting content, such exciting shows, films are being made, and such diverse parts. Like I'm right now reading a script where I'm being offered to play a serial killer, to one more script where I'm supposed to be a raw agent, to one script where I'm playing a a guy from UP. Like it's that different. The buffet of roles that are being offered right now at the moment because of the different kind of things that are being made. Think about 10 years ago when it was only about playing conventional parts. So now I feel unconventional is the new conventional. That I feel like we gotta be doing different kind of things, exploring ourselves as artists and actors because that's our job.
Mm,
We need to act and act our hearts out in all different kind of parts. So how
mm,
I select a part is I read the material, and if the material resonates with me, the people I'm making it with has to resonate with me also. I have to enjoy the people I'm working with because I feel like a lot of what we do is very energy based. So how everybody's energy is towards something, it determines how it's going to turn out. Of course, a good script will turn out well most times, but a good script will turn great if the energies around it are good. So I
mm.
feel like it has to be the material that needs to excite me, and then after that, it has to be the people that excite me. I should be wanting to meet those people every day. I should be wanting to wake up to those people every day. That is very important for me.
Right. I think another momentous occasion has arisen because you've celebrated 10 years in cinema. And I think
Do
it's
I
been.
look that old? Do I look that old, Anuj?
You look fresh as a daisy, Saqib. You look fresh as a daisy.
Lovely.
So
I hope not Daisy Shah, but I'll take Daisy.
I will. No, but yes. So 10 years as an actor. So huge congratulations to you on that as well.
I
Um,
just feel, thank you, but I just feel like I've just kick-started my bike right now.
yeah,
I'll be honest. I
exactly.
just feel like I've started scratching beneath the surface now. Like I feel like I've understood myself slightly better as a human being, as an actor now. It's only now my understanding is telling me to do different kind of things.
Mm,
For most part of my early part of my career, it was mostly autopilot, mostly what was incoming for me. Okay, if people want me to do this, I'll do this. Oh, a friend is making something, he needs my help, I'll do that. But it's only in the last three years where and I've said this before also, that I fell in love with acting in the last
mm,
3 years. I think I'm hoping that shows in the kind of work I'm doing, but it makes me feel great now as an actor when I'm on set because I feel like I'm actually doing something. I'm just not servicing the lines, I'm adding something to the line. So 10 years, great man. I've survived. I feel very happy I have, but I just feel like I've just kick-started my bike right now. There's a
That is
long, long, long way to go.
that is very empowering to hear. But
Hmm.
I'm quite fascinated by what you said, Saqib. About before. I mean, as you know, for me, your representation of a homosexual, closeted homosexual in Bombay talkies. Well, not even closeted actually. He was open. In
Yeah.
Bombay talkies was wonderful, and you know how much that role really means to me, a lot.
Hmm.
Um, because obviously you just said that there was a time where you were just going by what was offered to you, where you weren't
Hmm.
actively being as proactive as perhaps how you are now. Why do you think
Correct.
that was the case? Do you think that was due to perhaps youth and just feeling like whatever kind
I
of a
didn't know any better, brother. I didn't know any better. I'm a Delhi boy. I one day decided to pack my bags and come to Bombay, thinking my life will change overnight because Yash Chopra will see me on the streets and be like, "Oh, this boy has the talent that is beyond everybody." That's what you think when you come to Bombay, right?
yes.
And you keep waiting for that one day to come, and 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 everybody's journey is different, and how you go along the way, you realize that your journey is different. It's not an overnight journey. It's a journey of accumulation. You have to wake up every day, do the hard work, put in the hours, and just enjoy the process. I'm a massive Mahendra Singh Dhoni fan, and he has this line that he keeps repeating, which is my falsafa for life. Falsafa is my motto for life.
Hmm.
Okay, my motto for life is that don't worry about the result, just enjoy the process.
Right.
And a lot of people say this now, and I feel like only very few people mean it. And I'll give you an example of it from my life. When I came to Bombay, I wanted to be the biggest star that there is, but without working hard. I would feel like this shooting should get done very quickly, and then the film should just release. I should be able to go to the theaters to watch myself, because I was more worried about the end result.
Right.
Right now, I'm like, whether the film comes on OTT, whether the film comes in theaters, whether it comes or it doesn't come, it releases, doesn't releases, I have to enjoy myself, and I have to enjoy the process that that film demands of me. So I think I'm in that phase where I'm just enjoying doing what an actor is supposed to do rather than worrying about how it's going to turn out.
Hmm. Yes, yes. I think just to uh, I guess elaborate on what you said about doing diverse work. Like I said, so you've done a film like Bombay Talkies, which destigmatizes a then social taboo. Even
Hmm.
now, it still is in some sections of society. You played a
Hmm.
cricketer in Dishum,
Hmm.
and of course, a skating coach in Hava Hawaii, which I think is perhaps one of your most underrated roles. Um,
Hmm.
would you say versatility has obviously been the key factor in the roles you've chosen then, as well as the sort of mindset that you were in back then too?
Can I be honest? I
Please.
never saw it like that.
Mm.
I just told myself that I shouldn't be repeating myself in my next film. That was my only goal going forward. Because see, when you start out, it's not like you have 500 scripts that are offered to you. You offered only those 5, 7 scripts, and you have to audition, you have to keep meeting people, and then you have to, in your head, try and tell yourself that how different it is from the last role that you got, and how different can you make it. Now, when you tell me all these films, and I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, man, they were very different from one another. But it was never a plan. I would always hear or read something and get excited about ki, array, it's so different. But my first thought would be, how would I do it? Because another problem of mine is, Anush, that I'm not a trained actor. So I don't
Yeah.
go back to the drawing board, and I don't have a designated process. I don't decide, ki, okay, every role has to be approached like this. I just wake up, I read, keep reading my script, I keep making my notes, I keep talking to my director, my co-actors, my DOP, and just somehow everything starts coming together. It's just an ongoing process, and I keep telling this to everybody that everybody keeps talking about an actor's process, and what is it? Most 99.9% of the actor's process is in his head,
Mm.
and I can say anything about it. Oh, my process is this, my process is that, but It's all in the head. When you say action, is when all that prep needs to come to realization. So it's not tangible, right? My prep is not tangible. My prep is all in the head, and I can be lying to people and be like, oh, I prepped a lot. Vis-a-vis, I've not prepped at all, and nobody is going to figure out. But as an actor, now we've reached a stage where when you walk onto a set, every actor, every technician comes so prepped, so ready, so in tune with what they want to achieve. So when you're in an environment like that, I feel like you start doing better because
Mhm.
there's so much you get to learn from everybody while just seeing the amount of passion that there is in people now. Like I've just become a fan of a lot of people recently, just purely just by watching them passionately do what they do, because I feel like that passion somehow and somewhere shows in your work, and
Mhm.
that is what makes you different from the other people.
So who would you say is that inspiration then currently?
uh, so many. Kabir Khan, I worked with him on 83, and I was just bowled over by that man's commitment. Like he does a prep for a prep. He preps his prep. He's that to the T. He breaks it down to the T. His process is so sublime. Ranveer, he's magical. He's magical how he gets in and out of character, how he understands the smaller nuances. Uh, Another director I worked with, Ruchir Arun, who directed Unpaused.
Yes.
Uh, Passionate beyond belief. He will explain the most simplest scene to me in a way that it was the most important scene in the scheme of things. Even if I have to just walk from point A to point B and it's my back shot, he will come and brief me about the scene as if this was the scene of the film.
Mhm.
And when I see that people put in so much, and sometimes you don't even see it. People don't miss out on those things, but when I see so much passion, it just makes me want to work harder because I want to be the most passionate being in the world. That's how I see it. I'm like, and if there's somebody more passionate than me, then I have to put in more. So, like I said, I've just been blessed working with people recently in the last 3-4 years who've really inspired me, who've really, who've really pushed me in a lot of ways. Because I can be a lazy guy. I know myself, but I give all the credit to the amazing people I've worked with in the last 3-4 years.
Honestly, we all can be lazy. Trust me, Saqib. Let me tell you that we all have a tendency.
And this lockdown doesn't help, right? It makes it
Oh,
worse.
yeah, it makes
It
it much
makes it
worse.
worse. I can go on sleeping on my couch for days without realizing how many days it's been.
It's
So
extremely
yeah.
detrimental. Yeah, it's extremely detrimental to mental health as well. As we've, I mean, but I think that's a conversation, complete different conversation, to be very honest. But I think a lot of the roles that you play, when someone mentions Saqib Saleem to me, the first instance I think of is real. I
Okay.
They
Thank you.
all seem to exist within the fabric of our society.
Hmm.
So I think regardless of the shades of the characters at USA, do you ever feel like your roles are actually an extension of your personality? Some parts as well, because you mentioned Mohinder Amarnath here as well in the beginning. So I just wanted to follow up that question.
So I don't know if there are extension of your personality or not, Anuj, but I feel like you have to find a commonality between your character and yourself. A thread that you can join the two characters together. Because ultimately what I'm performing is me performing. Is Saqib performing Mohinder Ramanna? Is Saqib performing Chandan from Unpaused? So there is going to be an element of Saqib Salim in those characters. But 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 the struggle, the fight, the maza is in trying to make it non-Saqib Salim like. Every time you do something, you try, you always, like, I feel like actors are not actors, they're trying. They keep trying to give you a side of themselves that they've never shown to people, something new. So I feel like being an actor sometimes is just trying to get to know yourself better. because ultimately it all comes out of you. All these characters that you play is you playing them, is your perception of people you've seen in and around, or your imagination. But they originate from you. So in a way, sometimes acting is getting to know yourself better, and try and ask yourself some questions that usually you don't ask yourself. You put yourself in uncomfortable positions just because you're an actor, because you want to feel something at some point for some character. So it's an ongoing process, Anuj, to be really honest. It's I enjoy it. So I used to get very scared with it sometimes because I feel like, oh damn, can I have a real moment in life now anymore? Or everything that I experience, I have to store it as a memory to be able to use it when I'm acting. If I feel sad, I'm going to use the fact that I was at a friend's funeral. You have to take these moments of feelings you felt in real life, sometimes on screen, to make it more real. But then I got comfortable with the idea. I'm like, okay, I'm an actor. This is what I do for a living. I don't need to take myself too seriously. I just got to enjoy it. And if I have the capability of holding on to an emotion and carrying it with me till I show it on screen, then that's an ability I have. I shouldn't start questioning it. I should just start enjoying it and celebrating it more.
Right. Now, another theme that I've identified through the films that you've done, Saqib, there also seems to be that notion of a scorned person trying to overcome and fight dark exteriors or interiors, and emerge, and break free from that, really. That's the sort of theme that I've identified, regardless of whether it's Mere Dad Ki Maruti or, Bombay Talkies for that matter, also. Um,
Hmm.
so again, how do you deal with dark exteriors and interiors in your life? How does Saqib fight that? What is the mantra that you follow?
Keep hustling every day. Life is going to throw curveballs at you. You just you just got to know how to fend them off. That's it.
Hmm.
And life is complicated. Life is dark. Life is sometimes you hear of things, see things happening in and around that puts you in a zone mood. But you just got to keep your chin up and be like, this is life. And you got to deal with it, because if you don't, then nobody will. You got to deal with your own mess. So chin up, face whatever you have to face, and just go about doing what you're supposed to do.
And
Like
again,
I like I said, like I told you before, Anuj, I don't take anything seriously in life. I'm not saying that I make a joke out of everything, but there's a thin line between taking everything seriously and making everything a joke. And I try and maintain that line, because I don't want to take myself too seriously, or the fact that I'm an actor too seriously, or I'm a good actor or a bad actor too seriously. I'm just here to explore myself. And I happen to have an audience that is wanting to watch me. And I'm grateful for that. And I just want to enjoy my time. I see it like that. I see it no other way.
Mhm. Mhm. And again, I'm sure this theme isn't something you consciously look out for, right? Like it's not something which you by design are searching for in the role, isn't it? Or is it just something which happens to you naturally?
No, it's just that directors look at me and they think of this theme. I don't know what it is. And to be really fair and honest, till the time you didn't point it out, I never thought it like that. It's
Right.
been pointed out by you, so I'm very impressed by you. Well done. Great
Thank
research for the
Thank you
interview.
so much. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you, Saqib. But
I'm
I
glad.
think आजकल and I think maybe because of the pandemic and the fact that एक डर सा बैठ गया है, लोगों के जहन में. I feel there's a
Mm,
rush for everything nowadays,
mm,
Saqib, especially in actors also. I feel like, and in the cinema that we're seeing, it's
mm,
almost as if filmmakers, producers are just so fearful as to the unpredictability of their films or their content. It's almost as if like there's a rush to make quick profit, as well as, of course, the liberating experiences that we've seen of the OTT. But how do
mm.
you sort of ensure that you don't get caught up in the rat race, so to speak, and sort of be in that sort of race for commercial profit?
Um, like I said before, brother, you got to vibe with the people you work with. So by that, when I said that, I meant when you're working with somebody, you have to know their intentions of making the film or the show that they're making. If their intention is only to just make money, I don't want to do it, brother. I don't do what I do for money. I don't. And I'm sure there are people who do it, and I have full respect for that. But I do this because I enjoy myself, and I really, really, really enjoy acting. So I feel like if I find people who have the same passion, who want to make movies because they love telling stories, and our energies can meet, great. So when I said that I need to vibe with that, with the people I'm working with, this is what I meant, that the intention has to be clear. Why a particular project is being made. If a film is being made just because London gives 40% rebate and this whole film is shot in London, I don't want to be part of that.
Right.
I want to be part of a film that tells a beautiful story. If there happens to be London, so be it. It doesn't matter. But if a film is being designed because we'll get this much, that much, oh, this film is already sold. Arre, who wants to work on the script? The money is coming in. Script is king. Once I read the script, once I enjoy the material, then everything else happens.
Mm, mm, mm.
That's how I see it. Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it.
So I think going back to a question I asked you before about versatility, because you have done such a vast range of roles in such a different style of cinemas as well, um, what would you say is the ideal role for you, or goal or aspiration for you as an actor now?
My ideal goal and aspiration in life is to just keep working. I don't have an ideal role. I don't have a dream role because I know for a fact the person I am, the day I do that role, I'll stop enjoying acting. I don't set myself these goals. Oh, I have to play a sporting icon, or I have to play a gangster or a cop, or I have to do the remake of uh, Chachi 420 or Dawn. These are not aspirations.
Right.
My aspiration is to be working with people who are far more smarter than me, far more intelligent than me, so that I can improve. And I want to wake up every day with a sense of purpose. Those are my aspirations. That I want to be waking up every day with a sense of purpose, knowing what I have to do out of the day, what I have to get out of the day. That for me is important. All these ideal roles and best director to work with, I want to work with the new guys. I want to, of course, I want to work with all the legends that there are. Massive respect to them, but I also want to work with people who are making their debuts because I feel like they push themselves far more than anybody else. And I was a newcomer once, and I know how that feels. So yeah, man, just keep working. Just wake up every day and stop with the frills. Now it's just time to just enjoy what you do and keep working. That's all I want and seek from life.
Well, I think on that note, Saqib, I think it's wonderful to see that you have such great principles and perceptions towards life. And I think, yeah, your journey is very much telling anyway of the sort of progress you've had. And I think I just can't wait to see more great work from you. And it's always a pleasure to watch you on screen, as well as it has been to talk with you today on Filme Shilmy. So I'm really glad, Saqib, that we could do this. It's been a while actually since
Thank
I
you,
have
Anuj.
been.
It was a lovely interview, and I apologize for having you wait because of a delay on my end. But great chat, man,
Thank you
and I
so
look
much.
forward to having more chats with you over there.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I'm very much looking forward to it too, and wishing you all the very best for future projects as well.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Anuj. You take care of
Thank you so
yourself.
much. Thank you, Sakib. Thank you.